So you bought your brand new pen style tattoo machine, and no matter what you do with it, up and down the voltages, you just can't achieve that smooth shading. Well, that's most likely because you don't know how to set the machine speed and you're probably running it way too fast. So in this video guys, I'm going to be showing you how to correctly set the speed of a pen style tattoo machine so you can achieve some nice soft blends in the skin. Hey everyone, welcome to this video. Now previously on the channel I've covered a lot of videos all focusing on coil machines. Now when it comes to pen style tattoo machines, it's a little bit different and a little bit more complicated, and there's a little bit more knowledge required behind the reason how and why we actually set the speed of a pen style machine. But don't worry about all that guys, because at the end of this video hopefully you're going to have all the knowledge and confidence to set your own machine speed, and this is going to save you the massive headache that a lot of new artists face when they just don't know what they're doing with the voltage. They've got this new machine, they're going up and down with the voltages, they're trying to shade, they're just getting red patchy skin, and they just haven't got the knowledge to set the correct voltage on the machine. Because ultimately guys, having the knowledge to correctly set the voltage will instantly give you improved results on your smooth black and grey shading. So with all that said guys, let's not waste any more time and get straight into it. The important thing to remember when using a pen style tattoo machine is that they're actually completely different in the way they work compared to coil machines. I've done many video lessons on my channel demonstrating how to tune coil machines, but you don't actually tune a pen style tattoo machine. You just really need to know the science behind them, which by the end of this video you're going to understand. When purchasing a pen style tattoo machine, it's worth checking out the manufacturer's website to see if the machine comes with a stitch count. Lots of people make this mistake when they buy blind, not knowing any stats about their new machine, and don't get any joy when they contact the manufacturers. It's usually the budget manufacturers that don't have the stats to show, and the more premium brands that do. So when we talk about stitch count, we're talking about cycles per second, or CPS, which is basically the speed the machine is running at. The CPS, or cycles per second, is counted from when the needle is at its topmost position, then travels down to its most downmost position and back up again to the top. If this was to take 1 second to complete the cycle, then the machine would be considered to be running at 1 cycle per second. If it completed 10 cycles in a second, then the machine would be running at 10 cycles per second, and so on. Coil machines are much easier to work out because the Hertz display on the power supply is actually the machine cycles per second. However, if you plug a pen style machine into a power supply which has a Hertz reading, the Hertz reading will not be the CPS. And this is purely down to pen style machines and rotary machines have motors inside them and run completely different and give different readouts. So the speed for soft shading on our pen style machine, you want to be setting it at around about 90 to 100 cycles per second. Now bear with me guys, because we're going to be doing some maths now to explain this section. Feel free to rewind this video a few times until the information clicks, because it can get a little technical. If a manufacturer's website displays technical data for a particular machine, or even better, a stitch count, then you're already winning. For example, this particular machine that we're going to look at, on the Dragon Hawk website, they've got the specifications listed here. The net weight, that's not really going to help us. The machine diameter, machine length, stroke length, speed, and working voltage. So I said we're aiming for a speed between 90 and 100 cycles per second. And if you look at these specifications, it says 10,500 RPM. But that 10,500 figure is not cycles per second, thankfully, because if you ran any machine at that, beside it blowing up onto one, it'd probably rip the arm clean off. The RPM is actually revolutions per minute. If you take an even closer look at the stats, you can see that it states there's a working voltage between 5 and 12 volts for this particular machine. So you know the boundaries to run the machine out without damaging the motor. So now let's get around this 10,500 RPM. Simple maths to start with. There's 60 seconds in a minute. So if the machine is running at 10,500 revolutions per minute, and we take 10,500 revolutions per minute, divide it by 60 seconds, which gives us a speed of 175 cycles per second. Congratulations guys, we've just worked out the CPS for this particular machine. But not only that, we now know when we run this machine at its maximum recommended voltage of 12 volts, it will be running at 175 cycles per second. But hold on a minute guys, we wanted a speed between 90 and 100 cycles per second. So how do we set this? In this next section, I'm going to show you. Now we know our machine achieves a speed of 175 cycles per second when it's running at 12 volts. We just need to do a simple equation to get the rest of our voltages versus machine speed. Then we can work out what the machine speed will be with every individual volt we run it at. So far we know when the machine is running at 12 volts, it's giving us 175 cycles per second. So we take 175 cycles per second, divide it by 12 volts. This will give us cycles per second per volt, which works out at 14.6 cycles per second per every volt the machine is given. It's even a good idea to keep a reference chart so you don't accidentally run your machine at the wrong speed. So let's work this out. If 1 volt equals 14.6 cycles per second, 2 volts will equal 29.2 cycles per second, 3 volts will work out at 43.8 cycles per second, 4 volts 58.4 cycles per second. So to save time on this video, I'm not going to run through every single individual voltage, but what I am going to do guys, because I like to give back to the subscribers, I'm going to give you this voltage chart, so feel free to screenshot it, print it out, and if you do buy one of these machines, you can use it as a reference chart. So you remember the working voltages in the stats on the website. It said it was between 5 and 12 volts. So now we've worked out these speeds and voltages, we don't necessarily need to run the machine any lower than 5 volts or any higher than 12 volts. Particularly focusing your attention on the higher range of the volts, because if you do go higher than that and you have quite a long session, you'll probably damage the motor of the machine. So going off everything we've worked out today, the ideal volts to run this particular machine to shade with would be between 6 and 7 volts or maybe 6.5 volts. The next thing to consider when choosing a shader is how hard the machine makes the needles hit the skin. Lots of shaders are set up from the factory which hit soft and give a nice smooth finish on the tattoo. Machines like the Bishop 1 shader is without doubt the softest hitting machine I've ever used. I've done a review on this machine. If you've not seen the review already, I'll stick a card up on the screen. If you click that, you can watch it at the end of this video. As for this particular machine that we've been looking at today from Dragonhawk, I've actually been sent this machine for review and I'm currently waiting for it to be delivered. I am going to be doing a full review and demonstration on this machine when it arrives, and I'll let you know how soft it hits and how well it performs. If you're late to watching this video and the review is already done, I'll stick that card up on the screen, and if you click that, you can watch that at the end of this video as well. Also guys, if you do decide to purchase this particular machine after the review, I will have a special discount code for you so you can get even more money off the price. Guys, if you just give me 30 seconds, I'm going to jump into the super thanks section of the channel now, just to thank all you awesome subscribers that was kind enough to leave me a super thanks on the last upload. Welcome to the super thanks section of the channel, and this is basically a new feature rolled out by YouTube, and it's kind of like tipping your waiter or your waitress when a video's really resonated with you and helped you out. You can go into the like section and leave a super thanks. Now it goes without saying guys, I'm super appreciated to anyone that leaves a super thanks, and to show my appreciation back to you guys as subscribers, for everyone that does leave a super thanks on the previous videos, the next video upload, just like this section now, I give you all a personal shout out, on-screen mention, just to say thank you all, you're so awesome and I really appreciate it. It doesn't matter which video that you leave the super thanks on, because I always get the notification and your name will definitely be mentioned on the following upload. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. And if you've taken anything from this video at all, it really does mean the world to me. If you take a second out right now, smash that like button, let me know that you've liked it. Feel free to drop your comments in the box below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you've already subscribed, it's really important to check that notification bell, stay up to date with all my latest uploads. With all that said, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.